Well, tell you what, it's very exciting up here in the commentators box. Reverse grid. So here we go. So, on pole position we have Joshua Pato.
George Jackson is P.
Leading at the front. Alongside him is Jensen Floyd-Oram.
Alex Newland is fourth.
Star from the last championship. In third we have George Jackson on the second row, and alongside him Alex Newland, who was very, very quick in the last round, nearly chucked it away. And then a race winner, former championship winner, Paul Parkinson, sat at the back. Going to have to fight his way through. So here we go. This is going to be exciting. Take it nice and steady. Remember turn one. And you've got a long time. Make sure the car's in gear. Get your revs up. Here we go. Wait for the lights out.
15 minutes remaining.
Lights out. Here we go. Good start from Joshua. Great. Coming through. Good start also from Alex. He's got a 3 and a 1 won't go. 3 and a 1 won't go. There's a little tap there. All three of them had a bit of an excursion. Wow. Okay, keep it going. We were blacked out, I'm afraid. Yeah. Oh, are they going again? No, they're all going. They managed to get going. Right. Let's go. 3 and a 1 doesn't go. Come on, Alex. You've got to keep pushing, mate. All three managed to keep going, so we're okay. 3 into 1 doesn't go. Quite early stage of the race. I have to say, I'm looking at these Mazdas, there's a lot of damage to them, but they seem to be okay. So that caused a bit of interest there. We were looking at the footage there, and it was 3 into 1. I'm afraid it was a racing incident, but it was not a good one because all three of them came off bad. So, here we go. Race is on. Currently leading at the moment, who stayed out of trouble, is Joshua, with Parky behind him. Second place. George Jackson in third. Jensen in fourth. And just behind him is Alex. Right, Paul's having a look. Coming up into Druids. Right there with Joshua. Joshua's got a little wide, a little deep in the first part of Druids. Right with him. Going through the final turn. So coming to the end of an interesting lap. We have currently Joshua leading, Parky having a look on the outside, coming down into turn 1. Alex having another little spin. What happened there? Right, so another little excursion there for our super fast Alex. Just goes to show anything can happen in these heats. It's a long championship, a long way to go.
Paul Parkinson is P2, 0.8 behind Joshua Pato.
Still leading half a second ahead of Paul. Paul's right with him at the moment, keeping him keen. Joshua's having to work for it. George Jackson's just 3 seconds behind. In fact, all the others are slowly now closing up. So, since the little excursion, they seem to have got their focus back, and they're on it. Parky having a little look, coming up Clay Hill, through into Druids. Joshua keeping his foot well and truly planted. Who's going to get the drive coming? Oh, a little snap. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, a little snap. Just manages to hold it. And of course, whilst this is going on, we've got the other three closing the gap.
Jensen Floyd-Oram is P4.
Joshua taking the inside line at the moment. Parky having a look to see if he can get the drive out of turn 1. He's right there. He's having a look. Got the slingshot down on the inside, coming down into turn 2. Going through Cascades, and we've managed to hold it. Joshua kept position. Alex now closing the gap on Jensen. 1.1 behind. Jensen obviously had a bit of a mishap somewhere, and it's enabled Alex to close the gap. Now Alex will be looking to try and make up for earlier. If he can get another handful of points. And obviously looking to see if he can get a fastest lap.
10 minutes remaining in the session.
Park is still right on the bumper there of Joshua coming up over the hilltop. Down into the chicane, having a little look, just letting him know he's there. I'm sure Joshua can probably hear him actually. Nice and steady.
Alex Newland is 5th, 0.8 behind Jensen Floyd Oram. Paul Parkinson is P2.
That's right on the tail now of Jensen. Coming into Druids. Same time we've got Parky now and George right with them. Up at the front. It's all happening all around the track. We've got Alex going on the inside now of Jensen. Coming into the final corner. Brakes late. Nice and neat. Will Jensen get the drive out? Meanwhile, Parky's managed to nip through. And we've got Joshua fighting with George coming down to turn 2. Just a little bit of tap there. George is slightly closing the gap, but just giving enough. That's all good. Joshua's still with him. Alex just on the grass. Got to be coming down now to the hairpin. Bell Oil's corner. Joshua staying with George. George trying to make sure he stays with Parky. He'll be bringing Joshua with him. Meanwhile, we've got Alex and Jensen. Jensen's not letting him get away, sticking with him. Going to be a battle right to the end here.
Joshua Pato is P3, 0.4 behind George Jackson. Jensen Floyd Oram is 5th, 0.7 behind Alex Newland.
Parker 2.7 seconds ahead of George. George has got Joshua right with him. Going over the start-finish line. Alex Newland is just ahead of Jensen. Closing the gap on the front 3, so taking Jensen with him. Parky's still leading, just over 6 minutes to go, so we're looking at 3 laps. George gone deep in Shell Oils. That's going to extend the gap, and it's meant that Joshua's closed the gap on him. So everybody has got a fight on their hands here. Parky's just got to keep it clear. He's 3.9 seconds ahead of George at the moment. George has got Joshua right with him.
Behind George Jackson.
And then behind them, they've got Alex with Jensen, right with Alex. This is going to be a battle to the end, that's for sure. Some good lap times. All going faster. Tyres are starting to warm up. Fuel's coming down.
Alex Newland is fourth, 1.5.
And there's no letting up anywhere on the track at the moment. George has got to stay on it because Joshua's sticking right with him. Jensen's keeping Alex really true, coming through Druids.
Remaining in the session. Joshua Pato is third, 0.9 behind George Jackson.
He's having to push hard. He's actually put in a quick 153, I think. He's managed to get something out of there. So really, George is having to really dig deep to get a time as low as that. Meanwhile, he's got Joshua in his mirror.
George Jackson on lap 6 is P2, 1.1 ahead of
Alex is closing the gap, but he's taking Jensen with him.
Joshua Pato is P3. Best lap is a 156.312. 2.921 off the fastest lap.
Right, so Parky is only 6 seconds ahead of George, who's got Joshua, who's just 1 second behind him. Alex has closed the gap now, 10-second gap. It was about 16, so he's closed it, and Jensen is right with him. So these two are closing the gap. Going to be close near the end. Minute mark, so basically 2 laps to go, possibly 3, but I reckon it'll be 2. Works hard, he's trying to close that gap on Alex, got it down, it's coming down, but Alex has upped his pace to close the gap to Josh, and Jensen's going with him, so it's flat out, these two. George has managed to stay 1.8 seconds ahead of Joshua at the moment. Putting in a quicker lap to try and keep that gap. I think it's fair to say he's not going to close the gap on Parky, but he's going to try and fight for that podium position, trying to get that second place. Parky's starting his final lap. George is starting the final lap. He's got to make sure he stays ahead of Joshua. His last lap, last chance to try and close the gap. Tommy Jensen, he's got to push. Alex has got to make sure he keeps it on the black stuff.
1.192. 1.801 off the fastest lap.
So this has really changed the point scoring system for the championship. Interested to see how it ends up after today's round. Paul's managed to get the points for the fastest lap, which I think are going to help, but Alex Newland's pushing for it as well. In fact, looking at it, Alex is just 2/10 off Paul's quickest time, so if anything, try and get another point. If Alex can keep this lap going, he can get fastest lap. Paul wants to keep that point, he's going to have to push.
Joshua Pato is third.
So it's close to the gap, a little bit of a slip there. Murphy coming down to the final corner, through Lodge Corner. Going to take the checkered flag. So clean sweep for round one for Parky. Well done. In second place, George. Excellent second there, despite the issues they all had at the start. Somehow he managed to come through. Take second place. Joshua kept him true, came through. Good lap in third. Alex is under push. He's trying to go for that fastest lap, and he just lost it on the last corner. That's a shame because he was so close to the fastest lap time. And Jensen kept the gap there. Was closing all the way through. Finished fifth place. Well done. Great race.